I've got 5 side hustles that anyone can do that require no experience, no technical skills whatsoever, and can earn you as much as $175 per day. This means that just any one of these can make you more than $5,000 per month. Let's get into it. What is up? My name is Chris and I'm a full-time dad and entrepreneur. And here we talk about building passive income streams that work for you so you don't have to. Also, if you want help to build your side hustle to over $100,000, be sure to check the link down in the description. Now let's get into the video. Now, back in the day when I was just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, one thing that I found some pretty good success with was flipping items online. And that's what's called retail arbitrage. So I would go to local stores or maybe even other places online, find computers for really cheap, and then try to fix them up, whatever was wrong with them, and get them to the point to where I could resell them on eBay for a profit. Now, this business concept can really work with anybody or anything that you happen to buy and then turn around and sell. It doesn't just have to be computers. Now, this is such a great way to make money because even Gary Vee says this is one of the best ways to do it. If you are a struggling person, you can still make anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 just by doing retail arbitrage flipping. Just remember, you can sell almost anything if you can find the right buyer for it. You just have to figure out what people want and then go out there and do the hard work for them. This type of side hustle does take a little bit of get up and go because you got to go out and find the deals, but then turn around and flip them. But by doing so, you can make some really good money by flipping very small things like clothing to something big like watches and even websites and cars. Now, number 4 is one of my favorites because this is exactly what I use to be able to quit my day job, and that's called a digital marketing consultant. So what a digital marketing consultant does is that they take a product and then they put it in front of the right eyeballs or the right people who would be interested in that product. And they do so by creating content right there in the middle that marries the two together. So let's just say, for example, you are wanting to buy a new board game for your family that you can play on game night. Now, before you go to the store and try to figure out what game you want to buy, chances are you're going to go online and maybe even type into Google best board games at home and figure out what pops up. Then you're going to get a list of different websites that pop up with the best board games that are available out there right now. At which point you can now read a little bit of a review of each one of these products. And regardless of where you're getting this information, whether it's on a website, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram, it doesn't really matter. But as long as you can get people in the right mindset to right when they want to buy, you might be able to refer them to a store to be able to make that purchase where you are going to get a commission for the sale. Now, there's one thing that I normally need at being a digital marketing consultant, but we'll get into that later in the video. Now, what really makes this life-changing money is not necessarily just going for the small ticket items that something's going to cost, $5 or $10 here or $10 or $20 there. You want to be able to promote things that are going to get you, $100 per sale, $1,000 per sale, whatever it happens to be. And all you have to do is create content and put yourself in the middle to become a digital consultant, taking the people who want to make the sale and sell their products like that board game to the people and the parents like us who are looking for it, and then we make the purchase and then you as the middleman gets a commission. In fact, I teach exactly how to do this over at oneblogaway.co. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description, but it's a very simple step-by-step guide that shows you exactly how you can build a presence online and be able to use referral marketing to be able to make a commission without you having to own a product or anything like that. So be sure to go check it out, oneblogaway.co. Number 3 on our list is going to be a virtual assistant. Now, imagine if you were moving and you were trying to go from one place to the next. You had to move all of your furniture and all of your beds and couches and all of that fun stuff to get from one place to the next. However, imagine doing all of that stuff by yourself. It's going to take you ages, most likely, right? So usually you try to get some help, you try to get some assistance from friends or family or anybody who you could probably bribe in order to come over to the house and then help you move all of your stuff from one place to the next. Well, that's basically what a virtual assistant can do for you. They can take a lot of the small things that you normally have to deal with on a daily basis and do them for you so that you can save time and be able to concentrate on things that are going to make you more money in the future. Virtual assistants typically do quite well. As you can see here, salaries averaging over $70,000 to $130,000 per year, which is well more than enough that you might need in order to survive. The best part about virtual assistants is that you can actually do this job right at your home. You can do it right from your computer as long as it's something that you are good at. Maybe it's answering emails, maybe it's just responding staying on top of a calendar for whoever you are working for. for. That way they pay you to do the small things so that they can concentrate on other stuff, or maybe even just go on vacation, whatever they feel like doing. Regardless, you're able to help them out and make a pretty good wage by doing so. Some of the places that I go to find virtual assistants would be Upwork, Fiverr, or maybe even Zirtual. So be sure to go check those places out and then start applying to become a virtual assistant. All right, we're hitting the home stretch. Only 2 more to go. This next one, number 2 on our list, is to become a social media manager. Now, social media managers do excellently well online. You can see right here over $115,000 to $150,000 per year if you find the right gig. The cool part about being a social media manager is that you don't need a ton of experience in order to do that. Really, the experience you've probably gotten as you've grown up in this world of social media is probably good enough experience in itself. It would help to learn just a little bit of marketing and understanding the product that you're trying to promote with the company that you're working for and how it best suits people who are interested in that product as you are creating the content that you're putting online. You can normally do pretty good with creating content either on YouTube or on Instagram, maybe even TikTok and LinkedIn. Regardless of what social media platform you decide to really hone in on so that you can show off to the people who are hiring these social media managers, just understand that that's where the world is going right now. Social media is everywhere and it's completely dominating. And if you could find a way to be able to create content online that can help another business, you're going to always have a job. The next one on our list is to become a professional proofreader. Now, before you jump on me, just keep this in mind. A good proofreader job can pay you upwards of $60,000 per year, which is kind of mind-boggling. Now, you may remember when you were in school, you would write a term paper or a paragraph or something like that, and then your teacher would always recommend that you have someone else read it after you or proofread it. The big reason for this is that when you're writing something and you're looking at what you just wrote, chances are you're not going to see it the same way that it actually is, because you're going to be internally or mentally adding in what you really wanted that content to say. But if you have a proofreader read it for you, they can see it from a complete neutral third party, look at the content and figure out whether or not you're missing a comma, you're missing a word, and just make sure that the content just makes sense. In most instances, the best ways to find proofreading jobs is to go to a place like Upwork or Fiverr, because that's where people go to proofread books or articles or whatever that they've created, and make sure another set of eyeballs can look at it and give them good constructive criticism before they print it out to the masses, because the last thing that you want is a typo in a book. Some other places you would go to would be Wordvice, Cactus Communications, and Grammarly. Really great places where you can get paid almost $50 per hour just for proofreading the content that's there. In fact, as a digital marketing consultant, I use proofreaders all the time to make sure that what I write actually makes sense. So if you want to learn how to be able to create content online that actually makes money, go check out the video right there where I show you how to go from $0 to $10,000 a month as fast as possible. And I'll see you in the next video.